Hello, hello. Welcome back to DevCast Ops. This week you have Barnaby. Sorry, I struggled to pick one of them first because of the order. But anyways, Barnaby, you come first. And then we have James.
Hello.
And myself, Wale. And this week we're going to be doing something really fun, which probably we get to finish, hopefully. GitHub Actions. What are we doing with GitHub Actions today?
Yeah, so we realized last week that we've only ever been running one image, one file, because of the way that it seems that GitHub handles HCP builds, maybe.
We named one wrong, so Packer just wasn't picking it up.
I mean, that's true. That is also true. But if you're doing an HCP Packer build, if you're doing a build with HTTP registry, your Packer build step can only run one build block. I'm sure there's a technical reason why, but yeah, we're at the point where we need to set our pipelines in a way they will parallelize their runs. We'll probably use a matrix, maybe some slightly fancy bash if we can work it out to get it to extend and scale easily. And then we shall maybe get it so it only runs those files if a line has changed in those files or the folders that attach them. But that's probably going to be slightly more complicated, but will save us a lot of money because if we're changing Nomad client, there's no reason to rebuild everything else. And as we scale up, if we scale up more images, having the ability to only run the image that we've touched is going to be useful. I don't know if we want to care about dependency graph for images, but maybe something we'll have to care about in the future. For these images, there's no dependencies between them at the moment. If we decide we want dependencies, then we may need to do like multiple matrices that can build one set of images, and the next set of images will use the images those build. I don't think we worry about that today. Just something to think about in the future. Cool.
I don't think I've ever messed with matrices in GitHub. I remember doing, because in GitLab they're called DACs, or direct cyclical graphs.
You can build a DAC in, you can build a DAC in GitLab. GitHub is, I don't know, simpler, more complicated. We'll see. Okay, this is our. So I suppose, I don't know if I did it on stream or post stream, but I was looking at running Packer locally. And when I built it, I got this error. Quickly before the stream today, I cleaned up our build pipeline because we're using Vault and stuff, which we're not using anymore. And we were also not using the latest version of Packer, which I think was causing issues. Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure why we weren't getting this error, and it was just picking one. But it's doing this now. So what I'm getting locally, I'm also getting remote. So that's good. So to fix this, I think we need to make, and we can probably just use this file as our run. So the matrix, we'll just call this multiple times. We've already got a workflow dispatch. We'll just need to pass through variables, which I think it's just a separate block. Inputs, and this will be file name.
Do we even need variables, or could we just do it as strategy matrix?
I suppose you could just do it as a matrix. It's whether we want one. Yeah. Why is input's not happy? Okay. I assume you found a docs on how to do a matrix.
Yeah, just jobs after build image. If you put strategy, and then under that matrix.
Yeah, like I assume like this, and then we go.
You just put Nomad client, Nomad server, whatever we want to build, to that list, and then you have the variables will be image as your variable. Matrix, yeah, matrix.image.
Control plane and Nomad server. I don't think Nomad client works, so I'm going to leave that one for now because I just deleted stuff randomly for it. I think that's quite an old image, so let's just do the two that we think works now. And then build. We were talking about. Let's probably do that. We were talking about. We have 3 common files that all of them need.
I'm going to prefix.
Yeah, within Bash, you can do what's known as, I think it's called globbing, or you can glob it. So if I go echo, then go star.hcl, that gives us all the files that end with .hcl. If I go nomad star.hcl, it'll give all files that start with nomad and end with .hcl. So, which is funny because the client doesn't have the Packer file. That's fine. So what we're going to do is we're talking about renaming all of these common dash underscore.
I may as well keep it. Maybe do it underscore.
Underscore looks neater.
You've lost your G as well.
Something that I have realized about underscore and dash, which doesn't matter, is underscore. Is if you double click. Oh yeah, if you double click an underscore, it'll highlight all of it. Where if it's dashed, it'll only highlight one word. So really, these should be underscores and these should be dashed, but I don't care. Just make a difference between our prefix and normal things. That looks right.
Cool.
So now if I go echo u star.hcl, get all of them.
I guess we should probably do .packer.hcl so we get the full path.
Yeah, I don't think that matters, but might as well be specific.
I don't know if we gave it a full file name, whether it would pick up one that has the incorrect ending if we passed it directly. Is there any thought behind that?
Yeah, I assume this is it. Just us just going like read these files. Then you said it was
matrix.image.
Oh my god, why is that? Why is it always be so complicated? I think it's going if the image names aren't the same as the file names.
I do love it when AI is trying to overcomplicate things because it expects that you won't put in a suitable naming convention, like name the things so they match.
The thing about this way of doing it, and this is fine for now, we can always test and improve later, is there's no easy way of skipping all of this if the file hasn't changed.
But you can check if matrix.image has changes potentially. Let me have a dig around, see if I can find the.
But yeah, we'd have to. I think each step you can add like a skip block. So if that's the case, it may be a level of we have to move this out just so we have one step that we can skip. But I'll deploy this now so we can see what happens and you can have a dig. Should we see what the AI is going to suggest for my commit message? That's like so not a useful commit message.
Oh, interesting. The way that this output does is it has a step that gathers all the files that have changed first and then passes those to the matrix. Next for next stage.
Yep. That sounds like what we want.
Matrix job.
Don't have to do some exclamatory. So matrix is running. It's fun because it's all in the same job. So we actually have no information about if they're running until they finish. But Nomad Server is the one we've not actually successfully built yet.
Yeah.
Though, unless this fails quick, didn't say anything. It just errored.
Do you want to test locally if you can actually pass files to Packer in that way, if it wants a directory or something?
Oh. My bash didn't work. Yeah. If I echo, it works. So I need to. This needs to be that. No.
Regular brackets.
Regular brackets. Can never remember which brackets are which. There we go. I don't know why I assumed that would render correctly in itself.
Some things do, some things don't. Like, it's interesting the way it picks things up.
I suppose Echo does, but Packer doesn't. So it's probably the way it gathers this under the hood doesn't handle globbing.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why I expected it to.
It's interesting. It doesn't look like file changes is something that GitHub Actions naturally picks up. It looks like it's people have got like external, like people have made their own actions for it and then published it.
I think there's a way of doing it for the inputs. I mean, I'm happy using an action that manages it. Oh, well, it's
I'm still here.
I guess, yeah, if we were to do it this way, you'd probably have the step that fetches the files, compare that against your list of builds that you want to do, and if it's not in there, trigger it, don't trigger it. But then do we want to have something that if any of the common files are updated, we fire all the builds?
Yeah, you'd want a list of files that it checks and have oh god.
What's it not liking now?
It'll be this is running like FB.
In terms of shell or bash.
Yeah, so if I go like, let's see if it's sh, It's just like, God, SH doesn't understand what Packer is.
Do you need to escape the characters that pass them through as bash scripting?
Also, spacing. I'm not sure. I know Bash doesn't like spacing. Because in your brackets.
I'm used to spacing inside brackets, but that doesn't actually work for me. Lol. So you think it should be that?
Yeah. Well, that didn't work, but that one's fine. That might work. That's it.
I'm interested to see what you get back from that.
Command not found. Oh, because of the star.
But the problem is echo. Yeah, because even without echo, it grabbed the first one.
It would have grabbed all of them, but it would have tried to and executed the first one.
I can't pay.
He's trying to get the first one off the list.
Yeah, I'm just there's a way of getting lists. It's fine.
Yeah, I think that's Python. What you're doing right now.
No, that was Bash.
No, as in because that's how you get stuff in Python as well.
Accessing lists is fairly common in its syntax.
Yeah. At this point, I would have just copied what I was trying to do into AI. After, yo, help me out. What am I doing wrong?
I mean, you're welcome to.
I can't copy it.
Let's push to Git. You have the internet, right?
Nah, I'm not logged in.
You're not logged into Git.
Nah, this is a different browser I'm using. For DCO, I use a different browser.
Okay, assuming the globbing works, that would be the command. The command itself doesn't work. This just wants template. I don't know if this actually takes multiple files. But if I only give it nomad server.hcl, it's on my compute.
Did you share that command somewhere?
It's just it's in the action, but it's just a Packer build. Oh. It's the Packer build only takes one file.
All right. Let me go to GitHub. Sign in.
I'm just running Packer build a list of files. Yeah, it seems like you can't pass through multiple templates.
It's funny that it'll let you build a directory, but it won't. I don't know if this works. It feels like a really dumb idea, so it probably wouldn't work. But could you set up the directory for each one and then symlink the common files into the directory? So when you updated one common file, it updated all of them. But I don't know if symlinks persist through Git.
Or we cattle the files and append them into one massive file.
But we still need to pass two because we'd have common and the target file.
No, we just cat them all together.
Oh, what is one like block?
Yeah, because you could just be like cat nomad server. I can't remember if single is append or double's append. Can you cat multiple files at the same time?
Doubles append. I don't know.
It's actually that simple. Builds, yeah, because it would literally just be plus. Doesn't it? What? But why are you liking build? Oh, because I think it's JSON. That's PKR.
Can we have a debug step in there quick? See if it will show us, like for example, in the debug step, we'll have find dot, and then use that star dot.
The issue is Packer can only take one template. The files are all there. That's not the problem. I know that's what the AI is suggesting, but locally I'm getting the same issues.
We need to have new lines at the end of files.
Come on.
We're going to break this pipeline by someone pushing a version of these files without a new line character.
That is a reason why I'm not just going to go into my files and oh, that's what I want. So if I go sed instead of cat, and then I'm going to go that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Build block level HPC registry are deprecated.
Yeah, it doesn't know the fact that in the build block we have the registry information. Someday we'll fix that one. I'm really curious if this works. So Uni's changed that one. You need to go there. Oh, yeah, let's not commit these two.
You don't want to push all your images. Fairness, that's a pretty clean way to do it overall.
Yeah, you know what? I thought it was going to be far more janky.
Just one extra line of bash.
And I hope it's clear what it's doing. Do you guys understand what this bash is doing?
Is it putting a new line character at the end of every file that it's?
I think so. It would require me to understand the line myself, but it only reads like add a new line to the end of the files. Should I actually comment to it?
No, it's fine.
We can understand why this is a thing in 3 months' time, 6 months' time.
Yeah, it's mashing all the files together. How it works, I don't need to know who those details. I just need to know what it does.
It's running. Hallelujah. Only took us half an hour.
It's fine. We can spend the other half an hour messing around with file changes.
Cool. Unless your AI has got a better way of doing this, Wale, than setting the files together.
What I just found is more like what you tried before, but I'm not sure if you've not. Okay, so first create a variable for the files, which you did. I saw you do that. And then, but then because it's not a list, the way to filter through, you actually did the right thing, but I think you missed something because you called it and then you put square bracket and then you put at, right? I remember you doing that, but it turns out the right way to actually call it would be like this. Let me show you.
What are you filtering out of the list?
Oh, doing that. Okay, yeah.
So that's what because I noticed you were with that approach you were close. So files first. Yeah.
The @'s a way in bash to print everything in the list. It's still not going to work. I even just copy and pasted the files manually and it didn't work. So it proves that it can't take templates in. It can't take more than one template in. But it's cool. Okay. Only running on files that we want to run on.
So I guess the logic we want, if it looks like the only way that we can get the files is we have to run a pre-job or pre-step that fetches all the changed files. From there, we essentially we'll have 3 lists. We'll have the list of files that are changed, the list of files that we want to build off, and then the list of common files are essentially the 3 bits of information that we have. If any file in the list of common files is in the list of changed files, we want to build everything.
I suppose, so we've got, so if it's common _star.packer.hcl
build all. Yeah,
and
I guess this is probably a switch statement, effectively.
And then the other option is if it's image name star build image. And that should be all we need to do.
Yeah, else do nothing.
Yeah. So
right. Make that happen.
Okay, what I'm going to do is let's turn this off.
Oof, error.
Let's turn this off. Actually, no, there's a better way of doing this. Let's actually make a branch.
Oh no, this is the first time we're following the Git strategy. Nice.
Because then this won't run because it's only on merge to master. So merge to main. So new file. This is going to be image file change. You probably need the majority of this. I like just to push. Don't care about that. Oh, I need to have runs on and name.
I'm using push and pull request so you can configure a workflow that runs based on what file path to change. Path is not evaluated for push tags.
Yeah, you can do an on that does,
Yeah.
which isn't really what we want,
No.
unless you have multiple pipelines, but then you have to do different pipelines for your files and stuff.
I guess there's on push pass, and we could put star dot HCL dot packer dot HCL. So if we updated something else random, but I think everything in this thing would want.
It's just pulling the same file.
Yeah.
So I should mean check out the repository.
Yeah. Only if you want to.
This is going to be changed files.
Oh, it knows what you want to do.
Barnaby, have you found a thing that works, or do you want to just try what this AI is suggesting?
I can ping you the thing that in theory works, but this is using someone's code that may work, may not.
I'm happy using someone's. Yeah, this is TJ Actions. Site. Change files. Oh, it's multi-job.
Yeah. Good job to get the file and job to. Yeah.
What? Using a particular commit. I mean, I'm happy to try this. I'm curious what this is doing. This is not the correct in the actual thing, there's a
Can probably use, there's an if for
that's what it's suggesting. The action instead of pulling the action they've got, and then that outputs a list of changed files.
Do you know if the GitHub Actions has like is it Python that's running under the hood, or is it Bash? No,
these ones are Bash. We need to set these so the matrix so it doesn't fail one if the other one fails.
Yeah. That's fair.
Okay, that's the file change. And I think we may have left an image dangling. Okay. So that says this file was changed. So we then need a matrix to improve output this job.
Yeah, but I don't know if it is working. Essentially, essentially if you have the union of the change files and the common files age. Oh, I don't.
It's putting the matrix as the hard part.
We don't. I think we can have an if layers. So there's that for just if. And now we're on the stage if that condition.
Yep.
We have some pseudo code for it won't.
This is the
Makes any sense.
if length controls from
Yeah, very straightforward.
but not to share with people anyone watching. That's what Barnaby's shared. Let's just drag into Notepad.
I don't know if that'll.
So that's what's been shared. Like, I didn't know if we could just go, because you want, this is a list of files, this is a list, so we can go grep common, can you do, oh God.
Yeah, I don't know the best way to pull that stuff out of Bash. That's the issue.
I need to turn this into a list, which I did by going echo star. That gives me a list of it gives me the list. So assuming we go list to everything. Let's go X. Oh God. Export list equals star. And we go echo list. Echo list. Okay, now grep common. No. Echo list.
One pipe.
Common. Pipe.
Single string or less. Is the list end bar list.
In bash, lists aren't technically the bash doesn't have a concept of a, well, it's, I suppose it's grep works on new line separated, whereas it's probably, I probably need like fed. Oh no, this is fine.
If you grep something that's not in grep like daily,
Because that returns 0. That returns 1. Grep can return something if it works. And assuming the full, actually, I don't. Thought we were running the if. And we're like, yeah, oh God. This is this is Go Reg. This is Go templating, not bash. If we're inside, so if we're inside this, it's Go templating, or it's in here. So we can either bash get a list we can then pass into here.
I would go template.
Or we can Go template. Okay.
Do it in the GitHub action rather than doing it as part of the bash.
For now, let's just prove that the multi-job works. Because our output needs to be, or we've got it in the other builds. This is what our output needs to look like. Like whatever we're doing, that is what we need to end up with. I suppose we're going to want a we're going to need to define these words somewhere, I suppose, aren't we?
Yeah, like a parent file or a global var for them.
Okay. I suppose we can do. Oh yeah, because we can just go if contains. We can just go contains.
contains work.
God, how do you do multi-line if? If
Does contains assess a full array against another array?
this is string against string. Oh no, fault change is probably the way, isn't it?
I would expect so.
My brain is in bash mode. So looking at the docs, everything it exports is just a string. So let's this goes, so it's if I suppose we could actually do this as an if step, so actually we just care about the contains. Because we could do an if here.
You can have multiple ifs as well, so we could probably do it with a negation.
Yeah, let's just try this. I don't think we'd need to do a negation.
Well, if you have two ifs, they run as an and we probably want an or. Well, but you can turn an and into an or by negating it.
You can just have one if and double pipes.
Do you keep pipe ifs? Are they?
Let's go terminating at that point.
Pipes, that's or, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds true. So if we go within this, then it is really the job. That's not correct. I think you can do. I assumed you could do that, but it's no. Yeah, I think you can do that. Flows, and this would be GitHub. Granted, this is a. Yeah, it all works for both. Sorry, this is. I was like, will this work for both of them? All's work for both of them. I am for this. I just want to make sure the syntax works, and then I'll do an actual change to a file that we want to see what's happening.
We need to think about when we're doing this is, do we want to have the builds, if we to trigger the builds, are we always happy to make a commit to the file, or do we want to have a manual trigger?
We have
build image.
Yeah, I think that's why I want to do the split, because we haven't worked through this batch, but that won't work. So what I'll probably do is pull all of this into a different, and then the matrix just triggers that file. Which means we can either trigger the file directly or trigger it on file change.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Was this the one? Check or? So that ran. Okay. So now we want to do a proper thing. So this, if it contains common or how does I'm just going to double check the way inputs work. I can't remember. Oh, it's within Workflow Dispatch. Inputs.
There's another silly way that we could do it, which would be just make it so you have to put the name of the image you want to build in the commit message.
It doesn't work though if you wanted to commit. If it wants to, I suppose if you have multiple. No, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. This is better.
A commit message that's like nomad control plane console. Just let it build.
It's where you've got to raise the PR and you've got to comment on the PR before merging it in what image you wanted to build.
Sounds like the Atlantis workflow.
That's the one. This one is going to be input.image.
Matrix image, or is it input?
This is an input. My thought being that this would be off the one that the matrix calls. So this, like this would be this bit, and then the build image would just call a second job, which may just end up being the Packer one.
Fair
enough. And then I need to edit Nomad server. Actually, that's yeah, this one. This is going to be a real, I mean, we've not, this has been golden path testing, but that's probably fine for now. Come on. Nice. Okay. Now we need to put it all together. So I'm just going to make a new workflow called build. So this needs to start with that. You need to be build. You need to be on push. It'll be to, I suppose we just want this to be a main. So that creates
the whole enforcing good standards and have it based off on merge to main, just push.
I think you should, if you're going to do that, you should do it, or you should make it so people can't push to main anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. This now needs the matrix to have. I want to end probably. That has to be
from JSON.
well, because this has to be a string. So if I did like that, that would then probably work.
Yeah, sure.
I just think how
Is that valid JSON?
yeah, you can have JSON's just a list.
Do you not need the initial curly brackets?
Not
for
if it's a list. Curly brackets would make it an object. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, I think. And then I think that's what I want. And then steps. Oh God, how do you GitHub? Time to remember how to trigger workflow from another workflow. I think it's just like trigger or something.
All of the stuff that I'm getting is just like, you want to do it on push, on things. Like, no, I want to fire something else, not have this.
It's really simple. I just can't find it. It's bad. Like, it's something I'm doing all over the place client side. Just like.
Workflow dispatch event?
No, it's just. It's not even. It's just that. That's what I need. Oh, it's because I've done that in the spaces.
I don't know why VS seems to prefer to default to 4 spaces. It's Java 4 space.
Yeah, I think older languages are 4 space. Jobs, build image, needs, change files. There we go. And that can just be think actually just needs to be .packer. Oh. I think string is not much pattern of something. I think it's not like the matrix. That's how the matrix in the pack one, isn't it?
Strategy matrix.
Oh, it's strategy matrix. There we go.
Dollar.
There's only document found, so I think
Just push it and see what happens.
thought that flip off. Workflow key is not defined. Oh, do I need to? I think I need to check the. Check the repo routes. So here would be an example of how to do this. Okay. Get this packer to work correctly. So I think it's a workflow dispatch that I need. Oh, no, it's workflow call. I mean, I need that. I'm going to, oops. I'm going to get rid of the matrix. And this is now just going to be inputs.image.
Do you want to give it a default?
Oh, no. Okay, that's not going to run anymore. Don't know the fact this build is not happy. Actually, this file has got, oh no, this file's tiny, but it's got that. I'm going to not worry about this for now. That can be a future improvement.
Just run that with everything.
No, it'll do the file changes and stuff. Oh no, wait. That's not doing the file changes yet.
Oh, we're trying to get into yeah.
Yeah, we need the F. No, wait, do we need the F in this bit?
Trigger the F would be on the steps. If you're going to trigger one of the different steps.
Yes. So I need runs on here and then uses. This can be name. And then that looks right.
Give it a go.
Yeah, I'm curious if this is going to work on PR. Yeah, because this will only run on push to main. The question is this going to work? And if not, we'll debug it next week.
It does make it does like a but PR.
Yeah, it's push to main though. I think. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, we've got Nomad server change. Oh no, that's the output. That's there we go. So that's like where I did it. Yeah, so this skipped. So it worked fine. Action.yaml actions are full under. Yeah, so I didn't check out. I need to run checkout first. So I can very quickly just ping the repo so it can find the file, the workflow file.
Okay.
It's where if you put this, there's no way of accessing code.
And then it should build successfully, but build nothing.
Oh yeah, I've not changed the. So this won't prove that it's worked because I've not changed the file. I mean, right? Yeah, run checkout. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to make a change to it. I just want to see if this still worked.
It's always fun, like setting up things like this that run changes. It's like, oh,
Proves that it works.
a bit of nudge to get it to work with all these random like little commits.
Yeah, this is
Do
where I think it's called Act or something. There's a way of running GitHub Actions locally. Oh, that's running test. That's not build.
Although I think that once this is up and running, we proved it for. There'll be very few occasions where we make changes we need to trigger it.
Yeah, so it's which isn't the name that I've given it. The name I've given it is Pack. Don't get up workflows Packer. Yeah, I mean that should work. But we're already 10 minutes. 10 minutes past.
Yeah, I'm curious why it's not getting that one, but it's weird. Weird one.
Always
silly somewhere.
Well, this has been fun. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. I guess we'll try again next week. Oh, wait. we might not be on next week, but yeah, you'll find us eventually. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and hit the bell button. Bye.